G'day, g'day, and how you going? It's the Downunder gamer here. Welcome for Let's Try. Today we'll be trying out Drifter. It's a space exploration slash trading, bit of combat as well kind of game. It's on early access on Steam. Apparently it's actually pretty close to being finished, so that's pretty cool. I did a little testing before recording, just to see how it all works, and I'm glad I did, because if you have not played this game before, you might get a little bit confused on what the hell you're doing to start off with. Yeah, so I checked out a video, and I'll explain some of the basics, I guess. First off, let's check out the options. So you got music and sound effects volumes. In graphics, you have basically you can just type in your resolution. It's a bit odd that there's no like drop down box or anything. The fact like you just type it in. So yeah. So you got the full screen. You got FSAA, and then you can choose the amount. I have it disabled mainly because that's how it was on default, so I couldn't be bothered trying to muck around with things. Plus, I'm not particularly knowledgeable in that kind of stuff anyway, so I just leave it as is. So apparently you can adjust the HUD, which obviously we won't really be able to see until I actually get into the game, so I'm just going to leave it as it was. You can apparently disable the HUD glow. Then there's whatever this is. Apparently it's experimental. Haven't really noticed it too much. Anyway, so we'll just leave all that as is. So as you can see, there is keyboard and gamepad options. So you can play with either keyboard or gamepad. And of course you can rebind them. There's not too many. So this game, it's space, but it's more of a 2D plane. Well, it's like maybe like 2.5. So some planets will be like up and down, but your spaceship can only go left and right and forward and back. There is no up and down. But that's which kind of threw me off to begin with when I didn't realize that. But because I was like wondering, am I missing some sort of like buttons? But yeah, so there's no forward and back. I mean, no up and down. So then you got the gamepad controls, which I always get confused when they say buttons. Like, you know, they just give them a number. It's like button 0, and I'm like, okay, which button is that? Ugh. My controller needs some cleaning. It's a bit grimy. So anyway, yep. Hopefully I will be able to remember most of this. Anyway, yeah, that's the options. So let's hop into a new game. I think I disabled the cursor, so you shouldn't be able to see it in recording, because I'm not going to be using the cursor, and unfortunately there's no way for me to actually get to fully disappear. Even if I put it all the way to the right, you can still see just like a little bit of it. Anyway, here we are. We're in space. So the very first thing you want to do when you start this game is find a space station. Before we do that, let me go through some of the basics. Let's go through the controls. I'm going to be using a controller for this, so if you're using mouse and keyboard, then I guess you're probably better off seeing some other video, really. So, you know, left and right is the basics there, going. You just press forward to go forwards. I don't think you can reverse in this. Oh, you also have inertia. So as you can see, we're actually moving right now because, you know, it's space, so there's nothing to stop us. If you want to stop, you can, I think there's a... So if you click on the left thumbstick, it brings up this radius, the little wheel. If you're playing with mouse and keyboard, yeah, all you have to do is click on your ship with the cursor, and that will bring you this, which gives you lots of options. Okay, so basically this thing, the octagon, is basically it's stop. So you think of a stop sign that's like an octagon shape. So if you select that, it will bring your ship to a complete stop, so you're no longer moving at all. There's also another button that can do that on the keyboard. I think it's like S or something. Yep, so there you go. Now we're at a complete stop. So time in the game goes based on actual time. So, you know, a second is a second and so on. So that's a second going. Actually, I think it's a minute is a second. Maybe. Anyway. So let's have a look at this HUD again. So this brings out your map. The one that looks like a little, sort of looks like a galaxy. So you bring out the map. Boom, here we are. You might be thinking, oh my god, what the hell? Yeah, so here's the map. If you scroll in with the left, with the mouse wheel, you'll see where we are. So there we are. You can also click on up. You can also select up here. You don't have to use the mouse. You can also do this with a controller. I'll just use the mouse because it's easier. So select the current system. So that will show you where your current system is. So say if I go wandering. See if I go click over here. See? So now I'm in a different system. So if I just go to current system, it will take me back to where I actually am. So you can click on that. There we are. So here we are. We are in Axie. You can rotate it by clicking and holding, like holding the click. And as you can see, there's all these different places we can jump to. You can only jump to things that are adjacent. So we can only jump to where so you have to follow the lines. That I'll talk more about that later on though when we get to that stage. So you've also got view screen, view system. So I think that views like this system. So if I zoom out and go view system, okay, never mind. So plot course. That's something you can do. So say you want to go over here. Let me just click on one. Ah, goddamn! I keep missing. Okay, let me zoom in so I can actually click on one. So let's say I want to jump all the way over here. To do that, you then say plot course, and then it will take you there. And it'll also tell you how many jumps it will take. So it'll take 5 jumps to get there. I don't know if there's a way to cancel the course. Anyway, so that's the map. You can also... One more thing is if you're looking for a particular planet or like a star system, you can type it in the search. So let's say I want to go to Uxa, which is just a little bit down here. So if I go to search, I type in Uxa. So go boop boop. So go Uxa, search. It will then, you then click on it and it will take you to where it is. So there it is, Uxa. You can then plot a course and then jump there. Well, you have to, like, first you have to jump to the next place, then jump to it. But yeah, so that's basically how that works. This is a map of the system that you're currently in. So as you can see, you've got like a little asteroid field, which is usually where you can find, like that's where you can mine for like resources. You can also see there is a station, which is what we will want to go to that station, because that's like the first thing you really want to do when you start this game. You want to head to the station. So let's see. We've also got this, which modules, which we don't have any of at the moment, so I guess we won't worry about that. So this thing, which is sort of shaped like your ship, that lets you access this ship. You can view missions that you currently have. We don't have any. There's other things which they haven't put in the game yet, but they're going to be adding later on. And then there's your cargo. So at the moment we have a homing missile. So yeah, I'm not actually sure how to fire the missile, to be honest. So as you can see, we have no fuel, like for the jumping to other systems, because that requires you to go to a planet. Oh yeah, and that's what this symbol here means. Once you've plotted in your course, you can then jump, but we don't have any dark matter. Actually, no, it's yeah, I think it is dark matter. Yeah, so we don't have any of that. So we can't jump to places. And this one, I can't remember what that is. And this one isn't actually in the game yet. Right, so now, here's normal flying speed. If you hold down the right bumper, that gives you afterburner, so you can fly twice as fast. Then you can also press the... So now if you just press the left bumper, you'll notice the white line will charge up. That puts you into slipstream, which basically lets you go faster, but you can't turn. So you basically just have to keep going straight. And then you just press it again to deactivate that. So here we are. We want to go to the station. Before we go there... Whoops. So you've also got some other ships around. By pressing the left and right directional pad, you can you can alternate between all. You can like go through all the different friendly ships that are around. So these are all the friendly ships that are in the system. I think if I remember correctly, if you press up on the directional pad, that will cycle through any enemy ships. But as you can see, there's no enemy ships around, so that's why nothing's happening when I'm pressing it. Right, so that's about all the basic controls, I think. So let's head over to the ship, to the station. You gotta deal with the... Right, I'm gonna have to bring... Oh, that's right, you can, if you're within 5 kilometers of the space station, you can actually access it. Right, so from here you can get things like you can buy ships and sell ships. Obviously, though, we don't really have money for that right now, so... You start off with 10,000 credits. So, the first thing we probably want to do is go check out the mission office. Check out what missions are available. So, the difficulty of the mission will basically be determined by the reward. So, the more reward you get, the harder the mission. So, to begin with, because we just started, we probably want to try and find the easiest missions. So, let's go Courier. And there's also time limits for these as well, so you gotta be wary of that. So, I think we'll grab like 2 missions maybe. So, let's go Courier mission. And we'll grab one more. Delivery, I think, maybe. So let's go delivery. So now we have a couple missions. You also have to go to a space station in order to turn in your missions. So as you can see right now, they're in progress. Okay, so actually it seems not all of them have a time date. So the courier one we can just do whenever. But the other one, we're going to have to do within the time frame. So now I'm also going to quickly buy some parts, which I think is... I can't remember if it's in here. So this is a stock market. When you get resources and other things, you can sell it here. You can also buy stuff from here as well. But I'm pretty sure where we want to go is somewhere else. I think it might be... It could be the ship dealer, actually. Yeah, so ship equipment. So we want to get some mining lasers because those are useful. Okay, so we only have 10,000, so we can't actually afford the mining laser right now. That's unfortunate. Okay, you know what? For now, let's just leave it like that. Let's go on a mission. So let's go docking bay. So here's your ship. You can name the ship. I have no idea what to call it. Let's just call it. Let's call it. Let's call it the R-Wing. There we go. Got the R-Wing. So let's see. You can also repair it, but obviously we haven't been damaged at all. Right. So here is our ship's inventory. So right now we have basic homing missile, and we have our two things that we have to deliver. So that's that. What's this one? This is okay. So this looks like the stats of your ship by looks of things, and looks like you can add like upgrades and stuff to it, like improving the shields and stuff. And then and then this one is this button here is basically leave. So here we go. We're leaving. Oh, I forgot one thing. Right, before we leave, I actually need to... I need to buy some of the fuel. It's actually called antimatter, actually, if I remember correctly. Jump drive. Do we actually have to... No, I don't think we have to buy that. Yeah, dark matter reactor. It might be different from when I saw, like, the video I saw. The video might have been a bit out of date, so hopefully. So... we have 10,000. We need to get some dark matter. Or is it... I think it's dark matter. Right, so what have we got in here? We got some... Perhaps you can buy some stuff from here. Let's sort it. Can I sort it by name? No, I cannot. So let's see if we can find some dark matter. Oh, no. Yeah, I think it's antimatter, isn't it? I'm pretty sure we want. Actually, I don't even know if dark matter is a thing in this game. I don't see dark matter anywhere. Alright, so let's buy some. Let's buy... How much actually does it cost? Right, so it costs 100, so we can buy some of that, yeah. So let's buy 1,000, like 1,000 credits worth. So that should be like 10. So buy. I think we bought them. So now if I go... Okay, yeah, okay. I think we're all pretty much good to go. So if I go here, and if I go to here... Yep, there we go. We've got the antimatter, which I think we should be able to use now to jump. So now let's leave. So first thing we need to do Go to our ship. Go active missions. So this one's timed, so let's do time one first. So we have to deliver the antivirus to Cubby-Wit. Okay, so the easiest way then to do that is to go... Get rid of that. Go to the space thing, go to the map. Type in Cubby-Wit. Cubby-Wit. Okay, I think I spelled it wrong. So, Cubby-Wit. Maybe, oh, I think it might be, I think it's just one word, perhaps. That's probably what. Right, so search. So let's go Cubby-Wit. There it is. So that's where we want to go. So Cubby-Wit, so then we plot course. That would take us 2 jumps to get there. So now, all we have to do is say jump. And there you go. Kapoof, there we are. Took us a little while. I haven't actually played this game before. I've only watched like some of the stuff about it. So now we have to wait for the cooldown. So I guess whilst we wait, let's just have a little fly around. I'll check the local map, see what's happening. So we are there. That little red triangle. I'm gonna fly over this way towards the station. So in the previous place that we were at, it had an asteroid field. We could have probably checked that out. You can actually mine the asteroid field even if you don't have like a mining laser. The mining laser, basically the only thing that's good about it is that you get a better yield from the stuff that you mine. Whereas you can just shoot the rocks like the asteroids with just normal lasers. Okay, so now we're at our objective, so now that means we have to go towards the station. So we'll just slipstream our way towards the station. It also looks like there are some... Yeah, so there's some asteroid stuff here. So that means we can go check that out after we finish doing this. So we'll do this mission, then we'll check out the asteroid field, and I guess if we have time, I might try seeing what the other mission was. So station's Fairway. I think if I was ever going to do this as a series, I'd probably end up, you know, I'd have to cut some of the things because it'd take a bit of time traveling from place to place. This station looks a little different from the other one. Oh my god. Look what it is. It's Earth. Oh my god, we found Earth, everyone. I also just saw Australia briefly. Right, so how do we enter this space station? So there's a way to enter somehow. Okay, there we are. Right. So that button, so that little icon at the bottom of the wheel is accessing the space station. So if I go to mission, go active, objectives complete. So then we go There we go. Alright, so we've completed our objective just like that. Next one is this one. It requires you to go to... I assume that's an I. Igetia. Before we go there, let's go see about... Actually, first, let's see if we can buy any equipment for, like... So how much do the mining lasers cost? That's what I want to know. So, mining lasers, they are 17,000. Oh, we're just short. Typical. Okay. Anyway, that's all that. Whoops. So now we'll just head to the docking bay and we will leave. So let's go check out an asteroid field briefly, and we'll do some mining just to show you. Right, let me just check the map to see where we are. Where are we on this map? Okay, there we are. So that's going to be a little while to get there. So let's activate slipstream. Whilst we're in the slipstream, I'm just going to check my cargo. Yep, so antimatter is used for jumping. I wasn't sure if that was correct or not, but apparently it is. Okay, so it looks like we're getting pretty close to the asteroids now. Okay, let me just stop. So I need to come to a stop. I said come to a stop. There we go. So now, oh yeah, so the A button is to fire. I can't remember what the other buttons do. Not really any. One of the buttons I think does missiles, but that's only against enemies. So basically, if we keep shooting this rock, wow, that's some loud sound effects. So if we keep shooting the rock, eventually it will break apart, and we'll get some stuff from it. There you go. So now we have to collect the ore. There you go. We've got some carbonaceous rock, which apparently is fairly useful. Okay. You gotta remember that you got like inertia, so if you just pump it, like, see, look, if I just slowly, see, right now I'm slowly drifting towards the asteroid. There's also AI that fly around. Ooh, I ran into that one a bit too hard. So there's AI that sort of like mine the rocks as well. If you leave, like, you can see there's an ore over there, and they the AI will try and pick up the ore. So, uh-oh, why is the noise doing that? I feel like we're about to enter combat. Okay, I'll sit here and I'll let the AI do the work for me. Okay, never mind. Ah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's the mining. Some nice music. I dig it. I should probably try and. Oh right, okay. We can't use slipstream right now because we are too close to the asteroids. Tell you what, let's try and. There's a red dot which I think is an enemy. Oh, okay, I understand now. So the music was going because apparently we have an enemy, and there he is. Alright. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to show you any combat before I finished up, but it looks like we're going to be doing some combat. I unfortunately do not know what button does the rockets. Whoop. Let's do some dodging. So you got infinite ammo, but you can see the little white bar on the left. That's like it's like cooldown. So, and on the right you can see the enemy. That's apparently he has a bounty as well. So we can get some money if we can kill this guy. So, all right, okay. So we're gonna have to wait for my lasers to charge up there. To go like cool down. Alright, so there he is. I wish I knew what the missiles was. Actually, I think I might know. Ah, there you go. Okay, so holding down the X, it eventually locks on and fires a missile. So that's cool to know. Come on, let's take him out. I'll get another one of my missiles going. I don't know what happened to my missile then. It sort of just flew off. Go missile! Take him out. Oh, nice. We did it. Oh, look at that. We received our bounty. There you go. So yeah, it's cool. This game is basically do whatever you want, really. It's like a sandbox, pretty much. So, if you want, you could just go hunt down bounties. So you could be just like a bounty hunter and just go hunt some criminals. Or you could go mine some rocks and just be like trade lots of resources. There's also the missions, so you can like do stuff like that as well. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It's in early access, so I would always, in my opinion, I'd always be a bit cautious with early access games, you know, because sometimes they don't get finished, and sometimes it's better just to wait till the game's actually completed. But you know, if you're looking for a sandbox space game that lets you explore giant ass, god damn it, giant ass galaxies like this, flying all the way over to the other side, which would take forever. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, then yeah, I think it's worth it. Even it's early access, but the game is actually pretty close to be finished. According to the developers, they're pretty close to finishing the game, so might get finished this year. So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think there's any online. Like, I don't think you can play with other human players. That might be later down the track. I definitely think this game probably will get some sort of like online at some stage. But for now, it's just locally, like just with AI. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Downunder Gamer, and we've been trying out the Drifter. So let me know what you thought. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Feedback always appreciated. But until next time, I'm Downunder Gamer, and I'll see you then. Oop, there goes a guy. He's fast traveling out of there. And so, yeah. Bye-bye.